In the prison system, there are 1.8 million people in the United States, and there are about 770,000 homeless people, which shows us if you divide the prison population by the amount of homeless, there's about 2.3 times as many people in the jail system. So what this shows us is that we are capable of finding a place to sleep for 2.5 million people, but not for 750,000 people, which shows us that the homelessness problem is at least somewhat artificial. Additionally, 1/3 of homeless people have a serious mental condition like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, and 2/3 of the total homeless population have some form of mental illness, like depression. So currently, the sidewalk is playing the role of the bottom of society, but it doesn't need to be that way. We could put that bottom somewhere else, in a dormitory with beds, similar to a prison. And right now, though, this means that the sidewalks are playing the role of psych wards, therapy programs, and rehab centers. And people who don't know how to get better on their own are not going to be getting better on the sidewalk, sleeping in circumstances of danger and filth and all sorts of health issues that become a sanitation problem for the entire city that all of us live in. Additionally, this all makes the bottom of society lower for everybody, because not only are you surrounded by people who often have schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, making the streets a lot less safe, you're also in a society that has homeless people in it, that just has people freezing on the sidewalk in the winter. And so how can you really be okay with that kind of society? And do you really want these people to be working some kind of a job? Do you want them working with you? Probably not. But you might say now, oh, well, gee, living in a prison sounds real cushy. With a free ride, who wouldn't want to do that? Sign me up. Sarcasm aside, what I'm trying to get at here is that if you were living in what is essentially a prison, you have a roof over your head and you have food. That's better than being on the sidewalk. But what you also have is you have motivation, because when you're living in that kind of a situation, you automatically want to, you aspire to something better, to have your own space, to have your own shower, to have your own facilities, to not have to be around the other people. So if you give homeless people a place to live, even if it's essentially like a rehab center, you give them a sense of worth, a sense of community, and people who can reach them and help them to grow and achieve some kind of a goal, including getting into an actual home if that's what they really need, or gaining job training, education, and these sorts of things. And it keeps them from getting worse and worse and then ending up in the medical system.